Welcome back. It's me alone this time with Trishna and Emma. Emma's a repeat guest because she deserves it. Trishna's here because she deserves it more.
Thank you so much.
Let's do a quick background on who you really are.
That's a big question.
Yeah, existential.
It's an existential question. But quickly, I guess my connection to you is I went to Denison undergrad with Archit. And we met junior year. I think all of our friends went abroad, and then we took a biology class together. And then we became friends like that. But I had creeped on him for a while. Like, I had creeped on all the Indian kids. So you can tell by my accent, I'm like ABCD, right? So I was real insecure, and I was like, I want an Indian friend, and I want multiple, probably. And so freshman year, I creeped on all of them. All of y'all know, like all of them. I knew their names, where they were from. I'd be learning the geography of the country based off of that. But I was like, you know what? I need to learn how to pronounce my name first before I can introduce myself to them. Yeah. They're gonna roast me.
Yeah.
And then I literally remember we were at the Veil series concert, and he was there. He was in the back talking to my other friend, and I was like, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna say hi. And then I didn't. I got really scared. Yeah. But then junior year, all our friends left, so then there was no choice but to socialize.
I'm just really capable of making fun of people.
Oh, I didn't know that, I was just like, oh, he seems sweet. And then once I was friends, I was like, oh, he roasts me. But it's in a way, it cuts your soul because it's accurate. It's true.
Yeah.
But it's cute, so it's fine.
Can you pronounce your name for us?
No, so now you're going to make me do Trishna.
That's fine.
Was it fine?
Your parents did you dirty by giving you a name.
They did me
that hard.
So dirty.
Yeah. They could have named you Natasha. It's an easy name.
They should have done it.
Global.
Yeah, I can't pull it off like you.
Yeah. And we've met Emma before. Emma is our baby. Yeah. Yeah, we just love her. She's a little 22-year-old. Last night we had a little adventure, the three of us and the rest of us. And I made everybody watch Ajnabee.
Yes.
The best film ever made. Directed by Abbas Mustan. Showcasing Aki dear, Bobby dear, Bebo, and Bips. Yeah, and I mean, I honestly, I think this episode should just be dedicated to us talking about what a life-changing film that was.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think it was. I think especially for Emma.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And if we could have everybody here, we'd have everyone talk about it because everybody stayed up and watched it. But Start with your thoughts.
It was riveting. It had been many years since I've seen it. I lived in South Africa when I was young, and that movie was big there. I never know which movies are actually popular in India, versus the diaspora.
Because they're lying to you in South Africa.
Duplicate. I thought that was the biggest movie
it was a big
of life.
Film. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I was talking to him.
He hasn't watched it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, no one watches it. I was like, I thought that was the movie. Yeah, so I don't know if this was a similar vibe, but I just remember being 6 years old, and I was like, that's my outfit. Every single look, I was like, I'm a baby crop top.
Yeah.
So this took me back. There were a lot of twists and turns I didn't remember. And that was surprising. But with fresh eyes, I wonder how you thought of it. Also, how many Hindi films have you seen before? Bollywood movies?
Literally zero.
This was the first one.
This was my first one that I've really sat down and watched.
Yeah.
I personally was obsessed with it. Yeah. I just I just was taken back to being in a cinema class where I was looking at the camera movements and the lighting and the repeat scenes where it's something happened and he was boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
It took me back. I loved it. I was getting so annoyed at some parts where I was just girl.
Also, those four characters, the neighbors, they're really annoying characters.
They're so annoying. Yeah. Also, Bebo's acting, Karina, the good wife.
Girl, it was
so bad.
And she be showing up. I've been watching Coffee with Karan, all her interviews, and she's like, I'm all that. And she's like, my acting was 10 out of 10. And I'm like, yeah, it was. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, of course.
I think she just loves herself.
She loves herself so much. I mean,
that's good for her.
It's the type of confidence you need.
Yeah, to be an actress, you have to be delusional.
You need that.
I feel like she's done worse roles. The Hrithik Roshan films that she used to do? Those were horrible.
Oh, what was the... And even the other one where there were two of her... there was like two characters of the same name. Not her. Maybe it was the guy. She like married. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
That was
but
a real
I feel
bad
like
one.
She just has so much confidence. So
Yes. Yeah. That one.
broke the fourth wall
It was
right
bad.
there.
Sorry.
No. So मैं प्रेम
Yeah.
की दीवानी हूँ.
Yeah, that was insane.
I don't know if I actually haven't watched that film, but the lead actor in it, this guy called Hrithik Roshan, he's just like, I don't know what drugs he does, and then comes to set, but he's like, Auntie, I love you so much, Auntie. Okay, please, no more love. I'll make you watch the trailer. I'm not kidding.
It's okay. He's so hot though.
You would find him hot.
I would.
Yeah.
In like my sick, demented way.
No, just
No, he's good looking
Okay.
I just don't like him.
as an actor, but objectively handsome.
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so yesterday we were in the car and I don't know. I think like we heard
The song.
Hamma Hamma,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you started screaming about Aditya Roy Kapoor,
Yeah.
and then
You're Jewish
Remember?
bae.
You're Jewish.
Indian bae.
you're Jewish.
Yeah. He's for Emma.
So like Emma, now that you've seen enough like Indian faces, thoughts, questions, concerns.
I think he's still sexy.
Okay.
The other guy though, like in the movie,
Which one?
Which one?
the like
The swinger or the good husband?
Bobby Deol. Careful. We've got to stand.
I just like wasn't really obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not obsessed. It's just that this movie is so epic. Like
Yeah.
I would it would make more sense for me to be obsessed with the swinger husband,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know what it is about Bobby. I think it's his like sunnies.
It is.
It's the new sunnies in each scene.
Yeah.
Or the mesh vest.
Everything matched.
Or the pop
The pop collar for every fucking scene. Oh my god.
It's amazing. Okay. Yeah.
But the fashion was good. You were really liking
Fashion was-
Karina's outfits.
yeah.
You were
I
so
was
into them.
really obsessed.
Yeah.
Ethan brought up Cher from Clueless.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yes.
like, this is so good. And so there's like that one scene where she's like in like the blue and yellow like outfit, like
Yeah.
in the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Switzerland.
I was just like, that's it. Like that's this movie's Clueless outfit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
I get that.
it was good.
What
I loved it.
In your opinion, what did you think were some of the most like weird, absurd things that were happening? And like, of course, her dancing in the hills must be one of them. And then I'm gonna make Trishna explain it to you and why it's like that.
I think like I don't know, I just like really was not obsessed with the neighbor with like the
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Because I was just like, this trope feels a little tired.
Yeah.
But I did appreciate that he was like an important part of the like plot
The
line.
narrative.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I think that I could have done without the four neighbors.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Oh, like the crew.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Johnny Lever, like
Johnny
that.
Lever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Trishna, explain like Johnny Lever as an actor and his importance
I feel
in
like-
most films.
He's just there. Like, I feel like he shows up. No, but like, he's in all these movies. He's always like this side character.
Yeah.
Like, super fobby.
He's always
Like,
a side character.
Side character, sidey.
He's the
She taught me
sidey.
this word, sidey. I'm obsessed. He's there for laughs. He's there to like, I think he brings what the audience wants. Like, we're all kind of thinking it. I know, Emma, you were like, I can do without him. But he was saying stuff that you were like, yeah.
No, it's true.
You know?
It's true, it's true,
Yeah.
it's true.
He was like, this guy's crazy. And you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, he is crazy.
He usually always brings the laughs, though.
He's the
in
funny guy.
There's this film called Bazigar, and there's this like scene where these two families are meeting for an arranged marriage or something like that. And this guy, this actor Johnny Lever, he's like a servant in the house or something, and he comes in with like a tray because he's like, I'm gonna make tea and then bring it to the guests and stuff. And then there's no tea; it's just boiled water in one kettle, and then instead of like sugar, there's salt.
Oh.
And like it's so slapstick, but like the time that it was made in, it's just so funny. And even today, if I sit and watch that scene, I'm like cackling. Like, it's so funny to me. So I think that's kind of his like purpose in most films in general.
It's very slapstick.
There was one scene that I think it was like somebody fell or something, and I just like could not contain my laughter.
Oh, yeah.
You were laughing a lot.
I don't remember what that was.
That was probably the worst scene of the film.
I could not breathe. I was laughing so hard. Like, that's why, like, Trishna and I were talking about, like, good, bad films.
Yes.
Because it's like, I'm, like, movies, I really am, like, not that much of a critic. Like, I will watch any movie because I'm, like, as long as I was being entertained, like, that's a good movie. And, like, this is one of those movies where it's, like a bad movie, but I was so happy and living my life during it that I was, like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's so bad that it's good. It's like a Hallmark
honestly,
movie.
like, you know, I don't agree because I really don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. I think, you have some nostalgia tied into this. I'll give you this.
The plot is really good.
It's an original plot.
It's an original plot. You don't see what's coming your way. You're like,
there's so many twists and turns.
Yeah, she's dead.
No,
and then boom,
she's dead.
She goes like this, and then she reveals herself. She's alive. Yeah.
Can we talk about the ending? In the end scene, I was like, how does it just end on that?
Yeah, she falls, and then there's a little bit of blood trickling.
There's
down.
one.
Then, like,
that's how you know they're
down the
ketchup.
side of her mouth.
It's like ketchup,
And she's dead.
And she's dead.
And then like Bobby D will get shot like 50 times and he's still alive.
No, and then he pops up and he's like, I got you.
Yeah,
he does.
How good was the scene when he starts like putting in the password and then he spins the funny like turntable.
It's on a Lazy Susan.
It's on a Lazy Susan. No. And then Akshay Kumar goes and he stops it and then it says everything
is planned.
Space
is
space plan.
All caps.
And that's how the password shows up.
That was
at a national bank's
Singapore
website.
too. Singapore's national bank.
I was like so confused on how easily he got both of his like bank account numbers.
Yeah.
Because like the insurance guy was just like, yeah, this is his number. And it's like, okay, well, first off, like, this man is technically a fugitive.
Yeah, he
like,
is.
Why? That, for me, was really,
Yeah, I agree.
That was like
I agree. Like, yes, it's a trashy film, but I think, like, the plot helps a lot. The actors help it.
Yeah.
Emma's like, shut the fuck up.
She loves it.
It's okay, Emma. Okay, fine, whatever.
We skipped a lot of the songs. Like,
yeah, we skipped a lot of the songs.
We saw, I think, the first like at least 30 seconds, so you had a taste of what was going to happen because it's the first 30 seconds repeated for like 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. But one song we did not skip was Mehbooba.
Yeah.
And I would love to know your take on that. I personally have tried to learn that dance. Like, by next year, I really think that's going to be a performance with the hand behind and then, So I just want to know what you think of the choreography because to me, that's elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, the 30 seconds that we watched of all of the songs and then that song, all of the choreography was so good. The camera work was like, I was feeling it.
Yes.
Like, if I wish I knew what the dances were so I could stand up and dance to them. No, I thought the choreography was amazing. I loved that it was just like so absurd. It's just like all of a sudden we're on a cruise ship and it's like everybody knows this dance and everybody's just like having the time of their life. Yeah. And I loved it so much. And then the 3 different outfit changes mid-song.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's very characteristic of all films in Bollywood. They all have songs. They're all in like at random locations. Like yes, the cruise in the storyline made sense, but like it's a random location. Yeah. But like the hills that you were seeing and stuff, or like the streets of Europe. So it's random locations. There's multiple outfit changes. A lot of times it's like this, like a couple up in the hills. It's snowing, and then the guy is in like a jacket and he's warmed up, and then the girl is in a sari, and you wore a sari, the one on the
like a
haldi day
one.
Yeah,
like thin ass.
It's just us. It's how we show our love.
Because there's no like sex scene, right? Like there was, I mean, we're gonna talk about that. There was a very sexual scene.
How did you feel
in the kitchen?
I said it when we were watching the movie. I would have rather watched a sex scene. Like, I truly.
I'm actually surprised that it was there because India is very like conservative. At least like back in 2001 it was. And like I was explaining it to you. Usually like if they wanted to show like kissing scenes, there would be like two flowers meeting and going
and they cut away to the song. That's when it happens, you know.
Yeah. So I'm surprised that they did all of this. Like, I didn't even remember that it was this bad till I started recalling
it. Was a lot. It was sensual.
So, I just, like, the last part of it, like, okay, well, first off, she's, like, making the dough, and then he's, like, kneading her
He's like, that was offensive. I
was like,
don't, like, how is that sexy? I don't want a man to touch my flap. Like,
no.
He's like, look at this.
My chicken wings are my chicken wings, okay? Yeah. Nobody else's. And then, like, okay, so yeah, then he, like, throws way too much fucking flour on her. Yeah. Like, they're broke. They cannot be wasting that flour.
That was like 2 months worth of flour.
Emma said exactly that.
Like, girl. And then she's like, she goes into the bathroom and it's just a fully made bubbly bath.
There's like 3 Lush bath bombs in there.
At least 3.
At least 3. There's a lot.
Just like fully clothed and like turning around in the bath.
And then she goes like this.
Yeah. She's like calling him in.
I was like, oh my god. But then I loved that like the next scene, she basically was just like, we're not making flour. Like we're not making bread.
We're not making bread.
And it's kind of like, ooh, it must have not have been that good.
Didn't. I don't think so. Yeah.
But yeah, I just like honestly really like I loved it for like the plot and like for my own entertainment.
Yeah.
But it's like I really much would have rather just like
seen the sex scene.
Yeah. Because then I'm like, okay, that like is like normal.
Yeah.
But, like there were things where I was like, this is too much.
It was a lot.
It was like overcompensating for like sexual tension.
Yeah.
Or it's like if you just had like a little like.
I think they were just being really ballsy. Probably like being one of the first people to do something like this.
That is true. Like, yeah, obviously, like I don't know any of like the cultural context or like historical context, so it definitely is like because like 22 years ago, like, and especially like what like like I've heard you guys talk about, like that is like a pretty insane thing to do because it's like even in America, I don't think like it would have been something. It would have been something different. Like it wouldn't have been as like.
I mean, I read a lot of smut and like trashy like books, and that's always something they'll do. You know, like he puts his arms around her, and then they like do the activity together. Like an activity, but it was a lot. Like usually that's in a book. To see it in a movie, I think is insane. This is a scene that like if I'm watching with my parents, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get a snack. Like that's when I get hungry. You know, and I just leave for like 5 minutes. And everyone looks at their phone.
No, I will say. I think you bring up a really wonderful point that I feel like. No offense to this director, I'm sure that they're like so important, but it kind of gave the vibes of like. A 15-year-old girl like writing smut and like it made it into a movie.
This is fan fiction.
It was like a fanfic.
It's full on fan fiction.
And I loved it. I am a fanfic girl, but I just think we need to talk about that. I just at least address it. Nothing else, but we need to address it.
The directors actually, it's like they might not be brothers. I think that they are though. They wear full white all the time. They're called Abbas Mastan, and they always do these like thriller, like whodunit kind of films and stuff. And they're always in matching outfits, and it's a white shirt and a white pant. And I think there's like a massive height difference between the two of them. It's so funny. I'm gonna find a picture for you. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys like enjoyed it. And Trishna, what do you think Emma should be watching next?
Oh my god!
Name like your top 3 films that you think she'd enjoy. Though I know, girl, you're gonna enjoy them all.
That's really hard. I mean, I feel like because you haven't had any exposure, like you have to see a classic, like you have to see a Karan Johar film. So, I mean, I'm gonna say Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Like I know Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham is like a bit more. maybe you should watch that one. You should watch both of them, but that counts as one.
You take one
That
and then
sounds
I'll
that counts
suggest
as
the
one.
other.
Yeah. Okay, then what would you pick?
I would say
Second one.
K3G.
K3. But it's like one. It's like
Yeah.
same vibes. Same
vibes.
actors.
Basically, one is about like. We should make her watch that reel about this guy explaining how it was a murder. Can I explain the story to you? So, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is about like these two best friends in school, and then this third, and it's a girl and a guy, and then this third girl comes along, and the guy falls in love with the third girl, and then they get married and have a child and everything, and this tomboyish girl who's the best friend kind of like gets neglected, and then the new chick, she dies.
Yeah.
And has like
she dead.
But she has a daughter, like while giving birth she dies or whatever. There's some like complication, and then the daughter grows up reading letters her mom wrote to her for each birthday, and then when she's like 8, she reads this letter where like her mom's like, make your father reunite with his best friend, I want him to be happy, blah blah blah. And then this 8-year-old goes on this venture to get them together. Okay. Whatever. So that's Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. K3G, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. That's the one I was like, I translated to. Sometimes there's happiness and then sometimes there are sorrows. That's about this one girl from like, how do I explain it? It's a little like, there's a lot of classism there. So like a slightly like lower economic background, and then this one really rich guy, and then they fall in love. But the rich guy's father doesn't approve of it, so they get married and run off, as they all do.
Yeah.
And then the rich guy's brother goes out on a venture to find them and make the family reunite.
Yeah. It's all about loving your parents.
Yeah.
That's like the catchline.
Yeah.
It's cute. These were real popular with the diaspora.
Yeah. Very.
Real popular, yeah.
I would think K3G more than Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Because that was also like London and based outside and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll watch it.
Okay, yeah,
I think
really into these.
I really feel like she needs to see Koi Mil Gaya.
But it's a copy of E.T.
Yeah, but like Indian version, like Jadoo.
Oh, is that the one where the guy is like 35 years old?
Yeah. We told her about it.
Okay. Because I just feel like something sci-fi, like some.
I feel like she should watch like Om Shanti Om.
Okay, yeah, like an
Om
actual good
Shanti Om
movie.
is about like reincarnation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like.
and like reincarnation in a really strange. Like I never understood how they showed what they showed, but I love it. It's again, I'll explain. It's about this one really famous actress and then this one like sidey actor, like a struggling actor back in like the 80s or something. And the actor's in love with the actress, but the actress is married to someone else. Whatever. Long story short, they die. Duh. And then on the same day, this new kid is born, who is the reincarnation of the man.
Yeah.
And then he grows up at like 30. He decides to take revenge because he somehow remembers what had happened.
Like from his past life.
From his past life.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's a really
And
good movie.
it's like a big Bollywood film.
Oh, I'm really.
Yeah.
I mean, guys,
it's like extravagant.
Like the point of the movie, like when I was watching the interviews, like Farah Khan's like the director, she was like, this is an ode to Bollywood films. And there's like so many references for like old movies and actors and all of that stuff. And it was also the premiere of this one actress. I think she's like the most beautiful woman like in the world. She's so pretty. And it was her first film too.
Yeah. With one of the biggest actors of the country.
Wait,
she's
like,
really pretty.
I'm just really glad that I have like 32 hours of travel time.
We're gonna download all of these.
Yeah. This is like
you
amazing.
should watch them.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to watch these now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Anything else? I mean, I know there are more. Like, I would think Lagan is a good one.
Lagan's okay. It's a good movie. Dil Chahta Hai. That's the
Dil
one we
Chahta
said.
Hai. That's the one we told you about Goa.
Type.
Yeah.
So good movie. So good. Yeah.
There are a lot. But like, yeah. I told you 3 stories. I love
are
me
wild
some
ones.
films. But yeah, I'm glad we could do this.
Yeah,
Do
this
you
is
have
so
any
fun.
like closing thoughts?
I think this is reigniting this era for me, and I
Yeah.
will be revisiting.
I
Like
love
I'm
it.
on Entusan, checking out everything now.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my life.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Anything from you?
I have really enjoyed my life the past week.
Yeah.
It's been pretty effing awesome.
Tell everyone what your favorite song is, Leaving India.
A hip hopper.
Sing it.
Yeah.
No, don't put me on the spot. A hip hopper. A hip hopper. Work it, girl.
Yes.
And we don't have to talk about like the implications of that song.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Transformative.
I love that song though. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
We've changed your life.
You are transformed.
yeah.
We've changed your life.
It's changed you.
I'm a different woman leaving India. I came to India as a child, and I'm leaving India as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did that.
Awesome. Cool. I think that's the end of it. I'm really awkward with the ending.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And
Celeb status.
yeah, let's say bye at 3, 2, 1.
Bye.